Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason. As always, my co-host, Mr. Zack Partridge, the voice of MMA in Utah. What's cracking?
What up, dog?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Just got back from the zoo.
How was the zoo?
Family trip to the zoo. Dude, the zoo's awesome. I will say this, though. For anybody that doesn't own a business and you think that your boss is a jerk, you should just come follow up. You should just go shadow a business owner for a day so you can understand the insaneness and the BS that we have to deal with employees.
Yeah.
I never want employees ever again. I like all my employees as people.
Yeah.
I like them as people. But as employees, I'm like, I could not pay you less to be a bigger pain. And make it be worth it.
Oh man. I
cannot express to you the frustration of that. But it's Jordan's birthday. We went.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, baby Jay.
Baby Jay's 1, and go to the zoo to celebrate his birthday. He doesn't have a clue it's his birthday. He doesn't care.
He didn't care. No, he didn't care.
So it's like people are like, you do these big parties for your 1-year-olds. I'm like,
dude,
he doesn't know what day it is. He doesn't even know it's a Friday. Like, whatever.
Shaylee's first birthday party. Let's just say they had a Jaeger slushy machine at Shaylee's first birthday party.
Okay, Dad of the Year.
It wasn't. Her mom threw that one. Her mom threw that party.
Throwing mom right under the bus.
No, it ended up turning into an adult party. Yeah, started off as a little princess party and then turned into the adult party.
Jaeger slushies. But the zoo's cool. If you guys don't go to the zoo,
I just went to San Diego Zoo last week.
I know. You've been to the zoo. I go to the zoo. The zoo's awesome.
That's great.
The animals are cool.
What's your favorite animal?
I like to watch the lions, especially if you go at the right time when they're a little more active. I've seen some pretty cool interactions with lions there. I like the reptile house. I like seeing all the snakes and stuff. That's cool. Alligators and crocodiles, those fascinate me. I can sit there and just watch them not move for a while because I'm like, we're looking at a real life dinosaur there. When you're watching those things, you're looking at a real life dinosaur.
I really enjoyed watching the gorillas.
The gorillas are really cool. They were just sleeping today, though.
They're just like us. The one dude freaking lays down, puts his hands back, crosses his legs, and he's just chilling in the shade like it's just another day, just another Saturday.
Yeah, we had a good time. The grizzly bears were actually right up next to the window, and you could in their paws, or right there. That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. The seals are pretty fun to watch. The lions and the seals. Because the seals just kind of make that lap around at the Hogle Zoo. Yeah, there's this, and they just kind of go round and round, and so you just see them pass every few minutes or every few seconds, 30 seconds or so. And I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. I just like to sit and watch animals.
Speaking of animals, that's a pretty sweet shirt you got on there.
Cobra Kai, baby.
Beaver Kai, Zach. Beaver Kai.
Oh yeah, Beaver Kai.
Beaver Kai.
Look at that beaver though.
Shout out to the Beaver Kai guys down in Beaver, Utah for hooking us up with these sweet Toro, Kyle. There's one other one. Who's the other guy down there too? Wasn't there 3?
Yeah, I mean,
there's 3.
It's the 2 guys that fought though, but
Toro, awesome shirts. You guys, hey, if they don't have a website up or a place to freaking sell these things,
send it to us. We'll put it on our website.
Put them on there. Big Fiji, what's cracking? What is cracking? Speaking of what's cracking, can't wait to see him back in the cage.
Oh my gosh,
cracking some skulls.
Yeah.
Hey, can we talk about where we're going tomorrow? Can we announce it?
Sure.
So Zach, myself, Zach, and Cole Faust are flying out to California tomorrow for the grand opening of what's the name of the official name of the gym?
I'm not positive, but it's sponsored by Critical Fit CBD.
It's sponsored by Critical Fit CBD. The gym is
who sponsors Cole and I.
Sponsors you. It's in Santa Monica, California. So
they're flying us out.
I've seen pictures. The place looks freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I can't imagine there's going to be some hole in the wall in Santa Monica.
Well, no, no.
And we get to fly out, and we're going to be recording a podcast from Santa Monica tomorrow. It supposedly, possibly might have some.
There's some big A-listers we've been told. No names. We
won't name drop.
But it could be ginormous. Whatever you think is a big name, bigger. Think bigger.
UFC
in our world. In the
MMA world.
The biggest.
And if you see us going live tomorrow, I suggest you hop on, watch, because there'll be some people will be popping in. Cool. Even if it's just Cole Faust, even if we can convince him to come on with us.
Hey, future dude. So now that, in my humble opinion, now that Johan is making his pro debut and is no longer an amateur, now Cole Faust is the pound for pound best amateur in the state right now.
Is he?
Pound for pound? Yeah. I mean, if anybody would like to have a conversation on somebody else.
Yeah, there's probably some guys that might debate that.
Well, that's fine. I'm biased. He's, teammate, training partner, and one of my best friends at the gym.
If it's Rogan, I'm going to lose my shit. I cannot confirm or deny. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah. We'll just leave it at that, PG. We cannot confirm or deny anybody, but just, stand by, like they say in the Marine Corps. Hurry up and wait.
Hey, let's just say, get a diaper on.
There, that's perfect. Get the diaper on, because that could be a possibility, Fiji. Oh man! And then we got a great night of fights. I just found out Trevor Bradshaw's fighting in boxing tomorrow night.
Because
short notice. He said it was short notice.
It's supposed to be bare knuckle, and then he's boxing on Showtime. Dude, I think Trevor Bradshaw. I think boxing could be a great avenue for him. Just stand it. Let me bang, bro. Now, Trevor is a well-rounded mixed martial artist, but he's got some
hands.
He's got some heavy hands.
Yeah, I'll be watching. So
ask Joe Mama. Ask everybody. I mean, he has heavy hands. I mean, here's the thing. Trevor Bradshaw shouldn't even be mentioned with Joe Mama's name anymore. They had their thing, but it's
should anybody besides Kent Mafaleo be mentioned in his name?
That's legendary status right there. He's going hard at it. Joe Mama.
Where's that video? I want to see that video again. Oh man, I deleted it.
What was it? Leave the premises. I am leaving the premises. Nah. My favorite.
Yeah. The best part was he helped him in the car and got him some water. That's the best part.
Ken's such a good guy.
It's like, hey, I'm going to knock you the fuck out for being disrespectful on the property, but I'm going to pick you up. Okay. I'm going to put you in the car, make sure you're awake, and give you some water.
Oh my gosh.
The humble giant. Hey, we better make sure one of us packs our fire stick for tomorrow night.
Dude, it's like tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, we're gonna miss the UFC, aren't we?
Well, there's always cell phones, and
there's a way. Should we break down this card?
Well, just so y'all know, just in case you haven't been paying attention, Bellator's starting here in about an hour, and then the PFL starts in about 2 hours.
What are they doing with Kayla Harrison?
Just feeding her bodies.
Are they taking a page out of boxing's book?
Well,
come on.
Okay, but
used to fight at 135, and now they're throwing
the girl she's fighting is 16-6 from Belgium. She's good. I mean, she did just lose to Caitlin Young at 155. That's probably not great. But before that was on a 4-fight winning streak. She did fight in the UFC, lost to Alexis Davis at 135, but most of her fights have been at 145, holds a win over Megan Anderson. Please don't have Schaub on your show. Fiji, if Schaub's there, he's 100% coming on the show.
I'm with you, Fiji.
I love Brendan Schaub. Get out of here. You act like a hater. You like him. You send me to stuff all the time.
Hey, there's been a couple things he said that he's kind of turning me a little bit, but
she did lose to Yana Kutsukaya at 145. She's had a lot more 145 fights than 135 fights.
And what do they fight now? 155?
Yes.
When are they going to give Kayla? I mean, is there even anybody in the PFL that can hang?
No, that's the problem. There isn't.
Nobody.
What would be really entertaining is MMA gloves, but all stand up. Her and Clarissa Shields.
Clarissa Shields would piece her up.
Probably, but that's the only thing that could. That's the only way Kayla Harrison's losing in the PFL.
Yeah.
The real question is if she comes over to the if she comes over to the UFC, like her and Nunez, like what does that look like at 145? I mean, the rumor is too. People say they train together. I guess they stopped training together like 2 or 3 years ago though, because they knew that their kind of trains were headed towards the same track, you know, and so they stopped training together. They train at different times and with different partners.
I don't think we've seen enough from Kayla Harrison to make an educated pick. I would have you'd have to say Nunez, right? Like Nunez clearly would be the favorite. I mean,
okay. So here's my question.
She has the resume right now, like going off of the resumes right now and what she's done.
For sure. It's Nunez. But my question is, what's Nunez's best asset?
She's strong.
Exactly.
She's strong.
And guess what? Kayla would be the first one she'd fought that's stronger than her. So that's where it would be really interesting.
Yeah.
It'd be really interesting because Kayla, I mean, I know Chris Cyborg can crack, but Nunez cracks kind of different.
Yeah. She's got a different.
Yeah. But no.
I was going to say something. We'll
hold that. Hey, Fiji, I'm not a closet shop fan. I'm a huge Brendan Schaub fan. I love Brendan Schaub. I think he's great. And people like to crap on him. And you know what? They're just jealous people. They're just jealous. Jealous, dog.
I don't know what to tell you, Zach.
You like him?
You know what I don't like is I don't like recording on Mondays and then have to wait until Friday to record again. Like, oh man, you just, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sure our wives are happy though. It's only twice a week and not 4 or 5 times a week.
One day we're gonna do this every day. Eventually we'll have a show where we do this every day. Every day. Have like a real studio and like
that would be dope.
Guests come to us. We don't have to worry about connection issues or mic issues.
Flying people into us like Joe Rogan does to him. That'd be. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Dalton.
Yeah.
For hooking us up with the soundboard for us to be able to record tomorrow.
You should become his new booker.
Yeah.
You could be the booker.
You think we can?
Looking for a booker.
Man, we got so much stuff on our plate right now. Hey, website should be done tonight for everybody wondering. Our website is this close to being done.
Nunez's biggest strength is she hits like a dude. Pretty much. Thanks, Carl.
Carl could say, Carl, you said it, but that is very true.
She cracks. Okay, we've had this nonsense before though, but like, do you think she could crack with like a 135er male?
Yeah. I actually think she could.
Because remember when people were like Ronda Rousey would beat a guy and everybody's like, get out of here, and then she gets smashed.
But it's different with Amanda. She's what's the word for it without getting canceled? She's big. She's big boned. Like she's a big girl. Like she's strong. You can just look at her and say,
when you say sturdy, is that
sturdier? Like Ronda Rousey, like you could tell she was strong, but Amanda there's just something about her. She's got those long arms too, and she can pack a punch.
She rolls out her punches beautifully.
She really does.
Which kills me. I'm not a big fan of her, so
I bet you there would be some 130, some 135 pound guys that she could turn the lights out. Maybe not UFC caliber guys, but
who am I going to call out right now? What 135er did
I bet you she could go to a local show and knock some 135 pound dude out. If Steel Fist, if Kevin and Pat were like, hey, we're going to bring Amanda Nunez. We're going to bring Amanda Nunez in.
Yeah.
Hey, look at Carl. He said he'd beat Ronda, but Nunez would knock me out if I couldn't get the takedown. Hey, she's a jiu-jitsu black belt too, Carl. She might choke you out, dude.
I'll take Carl's jiu-jitsu over Amanda Nunez's.
Is Carl that good at jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, he is.
I know he is. Oh, man. Should we break down this card or what?
Okay, I just texted you a name. I can't say it on air, but...
Oh, damn it. I have to check now.
But I bet my house on Amanda Nunez over a local fighter.
Oh, bro, come on. Come on. Carl, give me the eye roll. I know you're legit, Carl. I'm just giving you shit. I know you're legit.
Get out of here, Carl. Carl. Carl, I think it's time for you to come down south and choke him out.
I don't want to get choked out.
All right.
I don't want to. We're gonna break down this card now?
I mean, best we can.
Okay. I'm excited because we're gonna be in California tomorrow, Santa Monica, baby. All right, first fight of the night in the lightweight division. Yancy Medeiros. He is fighting Damir Hadzovic, the Bosnian bomber. Yancy Medeiros is 15-7. He stands 5'10" with a 75.5-inch reach. Damir 13-6. He is 5'9" with a 70-inch reach. Damir is actually a slight favorite, -150. Comeback +125 on Medeiros. He's out of my weight class. Carl, you would choke me out. It probably wouldn't take that long. What's the saying, Zach? What's the saying? What? Muscles don't win fights.
Muscles don't win fights. That's right. Dude, my internet just went out on Tapology.
I do. I've been talking trash on TikTok to some of these guys. You know, those guys like, what would you do if I walked into your house? So the big guys think,
what about the midgets?
I got 18+1 in my clip, and yeah, I'm unloading them all.
What would you do if
the midget ones are the funniest? Can you call them midgets? Are they little people? What's the word?
No, his TikTok handle is midgets.
Do they still have the little Hobbitville up by the University of Utah? No, you know what I'm talking about? They got rid of it.
Yeah. People like me spent too much time driving up there and getting.
Oh, we used to go there when we were kids, all the time when we were in high school. We'd drive through there.
No, his thing on TikTok is Midget Man.
All right, they're midgets. They're hilarious. They are pretty funny.
What would you do? No, I got this one, Dad. What would you do if we broke into your house?
The guy puts the little action figure and kicks him off the door.
Or the other one where the guy just takes out all of his keys and wallet and stuff and puts it up on the top shelf.
Yeah. Oh man, I love it. All right. Anyways, who you like in the Medeiros and Damir fight? We know who Fiji's got Medeiros. He's going with his Hawaiian brother.
Well, so I like Yancy Medeiros a little bit as an underdog. He is training now with Max Holloway out in Hawaii because of COVID. He used to train with the Diaz brothers and stuff, and now he's staying in Hawaii because of COVID purposes and training with Max Holloway. I kind of like that. That makes me. I think that's a positive. You got to remember, both of these guys, though, they could be fighting for their UFC lives. Yancey's on a 3-fight lose streak. Damir on a two fight losing streak.
Yeah.
Neither have looked great in a while. And this fight was supposed to happen last month. I think I picked Yancy last month when it was supposed to happen, and I am going to stay there and say that Yancy Medeiros, slight underdog. Don't love it, but if I was going to pick, I think it's a coin flip, and I am going to go Yancy over Damir Hadzovic.
I'm riding with you on that one. I actually like Yancy as an underdog in this one as well.
Cool.
No money on it for me, but
no,
I like the underdog in Medeiros. Next up, we got Charles Rosa, Boston Strong Rosa against Guitar Hero Justin James. Charles Rosa is 13-5. He stands 5'9" with a 69-inch reach. Guitar Hero 16-7. He is 5'7" with a 67.5-inch reach. I don't even know if we need to break this down. Justin James.
No, we're all over Justin James.
All over Justin James. Came on the podcast, spent 47 minutes with us on a podcast. 2, he has a video of him riding a whale in the ocean. It's real. So he rode a whale. Charles Rosa, last I checked, hasn't ridden any whales in the ocean. No.
And 3, Justin James, if you go read his Instagram post that you sent me, he gets paid 25 and 25 by the UFC.
Yep.
He went and put 25 grand down on himself in Vegas and said, if I win, I'm going to get paid. I believe in myself. If I lose, I don't get paid and my coaches don't get paid.
One thing people need to remember, because people are going to
look at Mamba mentality.
Look at his record, and they're going to say, "Well, his last 3 fights." Well, yeah, they're all on short notice.
This is his first full fight camp.
This is his first full fight camp. What an awesome guy! We have his number. He said, reach out to him as soon as, after the podcast, he'll come back on and talk about it. Great guy.
He's going to win.
Yeah, I like it. I'm all over it. I've already put
the
bet in.
I like Charles Rosa, but he is a good young prospect. He's been in the UFC for a long time.
He ain't young, Zach. He's 34.
Young, but I know he's been around. He's been around for a while. But here's the thing. I think Justin James is better than Derek Minor, who he lost to. He won a split decision over Kevin Aguilar. I think Justin James is better than him and would beat him. He beat Manny Bermudez. Long time. I mean, Shane Burgos, that's not a bad loss. I mean, he does. This is a very winnable fight for Justin James. And as an underdog, I think the value, even if he didn't come on our podcast and all that, I think I'd be on Justin James because of the style of fighter that he is.
Yeah, I agree.
Charles Rosa is a grappling, like a jiu-jitsu wizard. Justin James wrestling's pretty dang good. He's a collegiate wrestler. I don't think he's going to be too worried about going to the ground with him and getting caught in a submission.
And he rides whales.
And he rides freaking whales.
He rides whales. So freaking awesome. All right, let's get to the next one. Sorry, I lost my spot on here. Next up, we got Julia Avila against Joluja Stoliarenko. Avila, the Raging Panda, is 8-2. She stands 5'7" with a 69-inch reach. Joluja 9-4-1. She is 5'7" with a 69-inch reach as well. What do you like on this one?
Julia Avila for sure.
She's a dog, man.
Just so do you remember? This is the one that
Julia's the one that passed out on the scale.
She passed out on the scale because of a bad weight cut, and she didn't do things right. And hopefully things go a little bit better for her this time. But Julia Avila, she's a big favorite for a reason, and she's had a hard time getting fights. If you look at it, she's a lot of canceled fights. I actually really like her aggressiveness though in this fight, and I think the Raging Panda wins. There's a reason why she's almost a 4-1 favorite.
Yeah, you don't see that too much. I'm definitely not laying that, but
I'm not laying that, but all over her in DraftKings, Julia Avila.
Don't sleep on Stoliarenko's jits game.
No, she's
the
good.
Girl's got 9 armbar finishers or something like that.
No, she's very good. She was on that season of The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, she's got
the heavy hitters season.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 arm bars. 10 wins by armbar.
Yeah, keep your arms in tight.
She's legit. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't.
All right, I'm gonna have
so
to.
We're both on.
I've already drinking my gallon today. Just a heads up. So I'm gonna let you run. I'll be right back. I went right before we started. I know we're 23 minutes in, but I've already had a gallon today. So cut me some slack.
Don't worry. I'll probably be right behind you. All right. So Zach and I are both on Avila. At least he's getting his gallon of water in. That's good. All right. Next fight of the night, we have Marcin Prachnio against Ike Villanueva. Prachnio, he is 14-5, stands 6'3" with a 74-inch reach. Ike Hurricane Villanueva, 18-11. He stands 6'1" with a 73-inch reach. Marcin is the moderate favorite in this fight at -200. The comeback is +165 on this. And both these guys, he's 2-3. Marcin is 2-3 in his last 5 fights, and Ike is 3-2 in his last 5 fights. I kind of like the underdog. I kind of like the slight underdog in Ike Villanueva in this. A little bit older, is 37 years old, but I wasn't that impressed with Marcin his last couple fights. Man, I might kind of lay this off. I don't know what you guys think on this one, but I think I'm going to have to go with the underdog on this one, Ike Villanueva, by KO. Let's see what the odds are on Ike Villanueva by KO. Let's look this bad boy up. All right, we're getting it pulled up here for you guys. Over 1.5 rounds is -175. Fight doesn't go the different distance is minus 200. So this fight, somebody's getting knocked out in this fight. Villanueva wins by KO TKO is plus 260. I kind of like that.
Sorry, which fight are we on?
I'm on the Villanueva Pracchino fight.
Okay, cool.
I'm just saying, I kind of like the dog in Villanueva, man. I kind of like it
too. I actually do too. One, those big boys, anything can happen,
and he can crack. He absolutely can crack. I was just going over the odds, and Villanueva by TKO is plus 260.
You got to remember, Villanueva has fought at heavyweight in the UFC, coming down to 205.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like Marcin's power is going to be something that is too much for him. I was really impressed by Marcin's last performance in his win over Khalil Roundtree, but he is susceptible to getting knocked out. He's got knocked out by Mike Rodriguez, Magomed Ankalaev, and Sam Alvey, which Sam Alvey one's like, Sam's having a rough go lately, losing to Sam Alvey a couple of years ago. I know it's not a bad L, but he's been knocked out before, and Villanueva definitely has the hands and the power to put him away.
I like it. As soon as the props go up on our site, I think I'm on Villanueva by KO TKO. I don't see it going the distance.
Both are pretty durable and pretty tough, though. I could see a technical. I mean, I could see it. I love the value of the knockout with the underdog. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, I could see it going the distance. But I mean, Ike Villanueva, if you look at his record, yeah, it's not as sexy, but he's fought some tough dudes. I mean, he won his last fight via knockout at light heavyweight, right? He lost the other fight to Jordan Wright, who was undefeated at the time, via cut from a doctor stoppage, but he was still ready to go.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, that was one where he was protesting, no, I'm fine. Let me go.
Yeah.
But the blood was the bad spot in the eye where it's coming down in the eye too much. Right. I mean, Chase Sherman, he's a tough dude. That's not a bad loss. But if you look outside of the UFC, he kind of lost some fights that, he probably shouldn't have taken, it seems like.
Yeah.
Has a loss to our boy, Justin Ledet. Robert Drysdale, jiu-jitsu wizard. Trevin Giles, who's in the UFC now, and that was at middleweight. It seems like it looks like at the beginning he just didn't know which weight class he belonged in.
Yeah,
I thought he looked really good in his last fight at 205. I love that prop with him. Yeah. I like Villanueva.
All right, we're both on the underdog on that one. Gotta write this one, jot this one down.
Why are we agreeing so much?
I don't know. We're gonna start disagreeing here soon.
Hey, my wife just let me know that Hunter's watching. What up, Hunter?
What's up, dude?
And Hunter says, "Watch your language."
Did I swear? Sorry, Hunter.
I don't know.
I probably let something slip.
Son of a no.
Son of a. All right, next up, fight of the night in the welterweight division. Warley Alves is fighting Jeremiah Wells. Alves is 14-4. He stands 5'11" with a 72-inch reach. And Wells is coming in with an 8-2-1 record. He stands 5'9" with a 75-inch reach.
Man, I was all over the sniper, Manuel Laziz, that last time they fought.
Yeah.
And Warley Alves murked him in the first round. And I said right then, and I'm looking at this. Jeremiah Wells is another young.
This is UFC debut, isn't it?
Yeah, young stud, up and comer. He's coming in, and they give him this veteran Warley Alves, and it's one of those things. But he's a UFC debuter, but he's 34 years old, and he's a little. I mean, he's built like a brick house,
freaking tank. Yeah,
but he's only 5'9". And Warley is 5'11". And he's younger. I think all the stars for me are aligning that Warley doesn't just win this fight, but he dominates it.
He's fought the better competition too. Yeah, he was on the Ultimate Fighter season 3, Brazil. I didn't know that either.
Yes. Yeah, I really like Warley in this. I think, and I mean, we're talking like good. Minus 240. That's a good number where I like to the minus 240 guys in that range of odds. That's where I like to start building some parlays around.
I was going to say he's going to be a good little parlay piece. I think
so too. I agree with that very much so.
Love it. So we're both on Alves on this one. Do you like it to the fight to be finished or go to the distance?
I like Alves to go and get the finish in this one, actually.
I think he gets the finish too. Let's see what the prop is on that. Man, you'd think the odds would be a little farther. Alves by TKOs plus 138. Interesting.
Okay.
All right. I don't hate it. Fight doesn't go to distance minus 225.
Yeah.
That's
like all you need to know.
I think no, it's not on here. I thought we were gonna have a prop bet. You know what you do? You do him with this next fight.
That's right. I was about to say Rakhmonov.
Michel Prazeres against Shavkat Rakhmonov. Michel is 26-3. He stands 5'6" with a 67-inch reach. The Nomad, 13-0, 6'1" with a 77-inch reach. Holy crap, that dude's got a 10-inch reach advantage.
He's gonna murder this dude.
Yeah, I'm high on this Shavkat.
This, I remember I picked Alex Oliveira. I was like, man, Alex Oliveira, UFC vet, UFC debuter, horrible. Like, Oliveira's always game. He's this, he's that. I was all over it. And this is another one. Same like Warley Alves. I was all over the other way. I'm learning my lesson, and I am coming back. I am not betting against the Nomad this time. I guarantee you that.
He's a stud.
Nomad. And he's only 26, 6'1" at 170. I mean, that is a big welterweight. And if I remember this right, I actually think he guillotine choked Oliveira with one. It was a one-armed one.
Yeah,
if I remember
one arm in. Yeah.
And and Alex Oliveira, who is a Brazilian black belt himself, Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt himself. I mean, to do that to something like that, I mean, you're talking, I don't know what he's got going on in Kazakhstan or wherever he's at, but he's a sambo. He's a combat sambo guy. Like, hello.
There you go.
You need to know.
There you go.
That's all you need to know. But yeah, lock that up all the way.
I think we could come up with a good little
we're gonna
2 or 3 team parlay.
As our boy Trent from Book It Sports, bink it,
baby, bink it. All right, next up, we've got in the light heavyweight division, Danilo Marquez against Kennedy, the African Savage. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name because I'll screw it up. Danilo is 11-2, stands 6'6" with a 77.5-inch reach. The African Savage is 8-1. He stands 6'5" with an 83-inch reach. Woo! Kennedy is a slight favorite, minus 125. Comeback is even money on Danilo.
This is a great fight.
I think it's a really good
fight.
This
is coin flip. This is a banger. You couldn't get me to pick either one because I just don't know. Dude, Kennedy, I thought Kennedy was so impressive.
That last fight, he looked real. I mean,
because he was that Carlos Huberg. Remember, he was supposed to be the stud, and he put it on him, and he weathered that storm. He fights out of Fortis MMA, trains with Uriah Hall and those boys. Like, dude, he gets down and he is game. He can take a beating. He came back, got the finish. He's durable. He's tough. He fought at a good pace. He fought within himself. I really like the composure. And for somebody that's had less than 10 pro fights, the level of composure that he showed really showed me something that I thought was really impressive. His only loss as a pro was to Paul Craig in a triangle choke. We just saw how impressive Paul Craig is on the ground off his back. Like, I have a hard time picking against Kennedy. But if you're going to pick against him, it's probably a guy like Danilo, who can get it done on the ground or on the feet. He's a little bit more battle tested. I mean,
here's what initially I'm looking at this. I say Marquez takes him down and submits him. I think if he takes him down, I don't know if he can keep him down. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he could keep him down.
I mean, Danilo's 6'6" himself.
I mean, he's a big man
too, but Kennedy's. He's the different kind of big. He's that guy that he's one of those guys that you look at. I'm like, how you get to 205, bro? Are you kidding me?
He's the African Savage, bro.
He's stacked.
He's a big guy.
He is stacked.
Gosh, you could really flip a coin on this
one.
one.
I'm going Kennedy on this. Who's the favorite?
Kennedy.
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
Pretty much even money, but
I think that's right. And I think I agree with Vegas. But I think like if they fought 10 times, I'd say Kennedy probably wins like 6.
I don't hate Marquez by submission at plus 275.
I don't hate that at all.
I don't hate
the
that.
The value there is nice.
I mean,
I'm not betting on this fight. This is one, dude, sit down, pop the popcorn, watch these two big boys throw down because I think it's going to be a really good fight. I like Kennedy. Like I said, his last fight, I just thought his composure was just incredible. I was super impressed.
I'm going to go with Kennedy on this one too.
Okay, we're not disagreeing enough.
All right, it's coming. Don't worry.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Next up, we have Renato Moicano against Jai Herbert. Moicano is 14-4-1. He stands 5'11" with a 72-inch reach. Herbert is 10-2. He stands 6'1" with a 77-inch reach. That is crazy. He's fighting at 155. He's 6'1" with a 77-inch reach. He's a big guy too. Jai
Herbert is huge, but here's the problem. He's matched up against Moicano, who, in all intents and purposes, he's just a monster. Moicano's a monster. And, you look at his record of 14-4. Can I interest you in his 4 losses?
Yeah.
Brian Ortega, T-City.
Yeah.
Jose Aldo, Korean Zombie, and Fiziev, that Rafael Fiziev that was like, he's incredible. He was incredible, right? He beats Cub Swanson with a rear naked choke, beat Calvin Kattar, beat Jeremy Stevens. I mean, he's done nothing but, right, Fiji? He's done nothing but just, I mean, you have to be world-class to beat Moicano. You have to be world-class. Jai Herbert's big. He's this, he's that. Is he world-class? I don't even think he's close to it. I mean, you want to talk about a 3-team parlay. How about, or a 3-fight parlay, Moicano, Romanov, and Alves.
I don't hate it.
I'm all in on Moicano.
Only things that gives, you're all in on him.
I love him. I love him, dude.
I'm pausing a little bit just because his last 3 losses have all been knockouts. And he's got pretty good stand-up.
Yeah,
but huge.
Yeah, but they've been knockouts, but it's like, it's freaking Jose Aldo, who's the king of the featherweights. I mean,
no, I get it.
It's freaking Korean Zombie who's, made his name off being this just, you know what I mean? And people that don't know Rafael Fiziev yet, dude, they're going to real soon. And the only reason why we haven't seen him in the cage since then is nobody wants to fight him.
Yeah, he's a killer.
Like you want to talk about a guy who's going to shoot up in the shark infested waters of the lightweight division. Fiziev's terrifying.
Yeah.
And they can't find people to fight him.
Yeah, he's a beast. Man, I'm trying to disagree with you, but I don't think I can on this one.
You can't. Moicano is, he is DraftKings lock it up.
All right, I'm in. All right, we're going to disagree on this next one. In the welterweight division, we got Nicholas Dalby and the Dirty Bird, Tim Means. Dalby is 19-3-1. He stands 5'11" with a 74.5-inch reach. Tim Means, 31-12-1. He stands 6'2" with a 75-inch reach.
Why do you say we're going to disagree on this one?
Because I think I know who you're going to pick.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually love Tim Means. Love Tim Means. I love Tim Means.
I know.
But there is something, and I don't share this too often, but one of my rules, and you know what? This whiteboard's going to turn into my rules. The rules. Our 10 commandments of picking.
We got to finish those.
Yeah, we need to do, and we're going to make that a t-shirt, and that's going to be awesome. Anyways, one thing that I really like though is Dalby has 3 losses, and it was a 3-fight losing streak. He was in the UFC, got a majority draw with Darren Till. I think his head got a little big. Lost to Zach Cummings, lost to Peter Sabota, got, exit stage left of the UFC, lost to Carlo Pizzolari, but all decisions. And then went back to Cage Warriors, runs off 4 straight, gets back into the UFC, and he hasn't lost since that 3-fight losing streak. I like those guys that were in the UFC.
Yeah.
Lost.
And then come back.
It's like it's like that Dustin Jacoby.
Yeah.
They fought
yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
They kind of go on a tear because it's like been there, done that. And one, they don't take this opportunity for granted anymore because it already got taken away once. And two, when I watch him fight, that dude's a monster.
Yeah. And
Tim Means is durable and stuff. And I really like him. He's 37 years old fighting in one of the toughest weight classes right now. 170. I gotta go with Nick Dalby here. He's just 36, but I gotta go Dalby.
Damn it. Thought we were gonna freaking disagree on this one. I thought for sure you were going to be all over Tim Means.
I love Tim Means.
I know you do. That's why I thought we were going to disagree. I like Dalby. I like his.
But I'm done picking with my heart.
He's got good stand up. This is a short notice fight for Tim Means because Dalby was supposed to fight one of those.
He was fighting
long last name guy, Sergey Kandalskov.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Shout out Tim Means. That's what you get when you're a veteran, you're a gangster. You could just step in like that and be on the main card. No big deal.
No biggie. All right, so we're both on Dalby on this one.
Yep.
Gosh, are we going to disagree? We've agreed literally on every one so far.
That's so lame. We suck.
All right.
And so you folks know, besides the main event, we haven't discussed this card at all.
No, we haven't even talked about it. Next up, we got in the featherweight division, we have Andre Touchy-Feely against Daniel the Pit Pineda. Touchy-Feely is 21-8. He stands 5'11" with a 74-inch reach. Daniel Pineda is 27-14. He stands 5'7" with a 70-inch reach. Touchy-Feely is a -230 favorite. The comeback is +190 on Pineda. You give your breakdown. I'm going to go to the bathroom now.
Well, because we're going to agree on this one.
Probably. Yes, I know we are.
One, you don't pick against somebody who has a great nickname. Like, if your last name's Feely and your nickname is Touchy, you pick against that guy. So we love Andre Touchy-Feely in this fight, and I am speaking for Jason on this. When you look at Daniel Pineda's last performance against Cub Swanson, that should have been his coming out party. That should have been a fight that he could win, and a lot of people were counting Cub Swanson out, and he was the favorite over Cub Swanson in that fight. And Cub showed he still got it, and he put it on him and knocked him out in the second round. I was just saying, Daniel Pineda. Yes, I am picking Andre Touchy-Feely, and we both like Feely, but part of it too is one. We love Feely. We love everything about him. But for me, it's Pineda. He's 35 years old. Dude, his shot to shoot to the top was his last fight against Cub Swanson. He got knocked out by Cub Swanson.
Knocked out.
And Cub, that was the one where I was freaking out. I was all over the place. Cub still got it. I love Cub Swanson. I rode with Cub Swanson on that, and that was a strictly emotional pick because I love Cub. I'm not doing that anymore. But this one, I actually just think that Andre Feely is, if not one, maybe 2 levels ahead of Daniel Pineda on this. Another one that I just love is Andre Touchy-Feely on this.
Ooh, we got some good parlay pieces.
Oh my gosh. They call it the Vegas zone when they in the NFL, anywhere from 4 to 5 points is called the Vegas zone because it could go either way. You don't know if they're going to win by a field goal or by a touchdown. They call that the Vegas zone. We're going to start calling this the damage plan zone. Anything that's in the -240 that we love.
The damage plan. I like that. Ooh, that might have to go on the 10 Commandments too.
Is it if it's in the damage plan zone?
I like it. All right, next up we have in the bantamweight division, Raoni Barcelos against Timur Valiev. Barcelos is 16-1, 5'7" with a 67-inch reach. Valiev 17-2, 5'6" with a 67-inch reach. Man, this is gonna be a good fight.
So to leave, this is very interesting. Timur Valiev He was a giant favorite 2 fights ago and got knocked out by Trevin Jones. Got changed to a no contest because Trevin Jones was smoking weed. Stupid, but it's the rules.
He was winning that fight too.
Oh yeah,
I believe was winning that fight.
Yeah, but then he got slept hard.
Yeah, hard.
And then Martin Day, who I'm not trying to crap on anybody, better fighter than me, not saying anything outlandish here though, probably not a UFC caliber fighter. Is that fair to say?
Very fair to say.
Couldn't get the finish, and sure as you know what, didn't look like a minus 425 favorite in that fight.
No.
Things have cooled on Timur Valiev a little bit, the 17-2 fighter. He's 31. He's 5'6", fighting at 135. It says he's at Jackson Week, but if I remember right, I thought he was trading with like Eddie Alvarez and those guys with Mark Henry.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure on that one.
Ranoni is the favorite now.
Yeah, he's a big favorite. Not big, but he's minus 225.
That's pretty big. I don't know if he should be minus 225, but let me just read to you some of the wins that he's had. Saeed Nurmagomedov.
It's a big.
That's all you have to say. He has a win over Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, I mean, but do you really want to lay 2-1 odds on this guy? I don't.
So I actually think this fight should probably be closer to like minus 115 plus 120 on the comeback, something like that.
I mean, where do you see Barcelos winning this fight? Like, I mean, I don't think he's going to catch Valiev in anything.
I don't think he's
not on the ground.
But I think he can outpoint him.
You can outpoint him. That's about the only way I see him winning. Decision. There it is. We just called it. We just set our bet right there. What's it by decision?
I mean, he's got a 6-inch reach advantage. 6-inch reach advantage. Say that 10 times fast.
Barcelos by decision plus 130. I don't hate that at all.
That's probably the way I'm staying off this fight. I don't know. Here's the thing. Timur's looked like a world beater, and then in some fights it looks like he's not ready. And so it's like,
yeah.
I mean, great record, 17-2 versus 16-1. Like, I would say who the winner of this fight probably springboards into a pretty big fight.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I don't know who to pick.
I'm going to go with the underdog. I'm going to go Valiev on this one. I don't know why. I'm just kind of.
I'll never pick Valiev again until I see something better. I'm not going to pick him. I remember we had him tied into some parlays and stuff, and I was watching that fight with Martin Day. I'm like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, okay, dude, like take it over. Like we weren't even sure going into the judge's decision that he was going to get it, if I remember right.
Yeah,
take a chance. This is a hard stay away from me.
Roll the dice.
Do it. No 7. Come on.
So you're going Barcelos?
Yeah, by decision. That's what I think.
All right. And next up in the co-main event, Ovince St. Preux against Tanner Boser. OSP is 25-15. He is 6'3" with an 80-inch reach. Tanner Boser, 19-8-1. He is 6'2" with a 75.5-inch reach.
I cannot tell you how much I hate OSP going back to heavyweight. With how horrible he looked against Ben Rothwell at heavyweight. It looked to me like he's a heavyweight that just doesn't have the discipline to get to 205. And then he goes back down to 205 and looked great against Alonzo Medfield and then lost a tough fight against Jamal Hill, who was undefeated at the time. But to me, I have a teammate that's fighting on this next Steel Fist card with me. And he's fighting somebody that normally fights at one weight class, and he doesn't want to make the weight cut, so they're fighting at a catch weight in the middle. I said, You've already won the fight. And I said, how so? I said, up here, he's not willing to sacrifice to fight in the correct weight class.
It's true.
And I have another teammate that's fighting somebody else that has no business fighting in the weight class that they're fighting in. He should be fighting in at least one, if not 2 weight classes below it.
That tells me a lot about a fighter.
It's up here, dude. It's up here. And I know OSP is big, but he's not so big that I don't think he like struggles hard to make 205. You know what I mean? Like he's not any bigger than John Jones.
When did they? So OSP was supposed to fight Maxim Grishin.
I know.
So Tanner Bowser's coming in, but how short of a notice is this for him?
I don't know. But Bowser, what I really like about Tanner Bowser in this is he is a smaller heavyweight. So size-wise, it shouldn't be too bad. I am interested to see Tanner Bowser. He usually uses his speed and his movement as a huge advantage over the big heavyweights. He might not have that same advantage in this fight. If I didn't hate how much OSP looked at his first stint at heavyweight, I'd like to pick the underdog, but I got to go Tanner Bowser here. But again, this is another stay away from me because I could see it going either way. I'm rooting for Tanner Bowser. How about that? And I think he wins, but I have no idea.
Just for the sake of disagreeing, I'm going to go OSP, but I'm staying way away from this one. I'm staying away from this one too because I could see OSP turning his lights out, and like you said, I could see OSP crapping to bed and Tanner Bowser just taking taking a 3-round decision.
I could see him putting OSP's lights out.
Yeah, or I could see OSP Von Flue choking him.
OSP choke.
The OSP choke. All right, let's talk about the main event.
That the Cole Faust choke here soon after he gets comfortable now. Oh, buggers caught me that more times than I'd care to admit.
The main event, I am so excited for this one. Cyril Gane Bongaman, that's his fight name, Bongaman, against Alexander Drago Volkov. Gane is 8-0. He stands 6'4" with an 83-inch reach. Drago 33-8, 6'7" with an 81-inch reach. Explain to me how Volkov is an underdog in this fight.
I don't know, but I'm grateful that I got him at plus 145 because it's down to plus 130 now. I'm glad I took this fight. I made this pick on Monday.
Look, I love Gane. I love what he's done so far since he's been in the UFC.
Skill set is incredible.
But you got a guy with 41 professional fights.
Bellator champ, former Bellator heavyweight champ.
Just knocked out Overeem. Knocks out, freaking kicks Walt Harris, kicked him to the solar plex.
Oh, that was nasty too.
Loses to Curtis Blades, beats Greg Hardy, loses to Derek Lewis shouldn't have lost that fight, but he did.
Well, he was winning 30-27 on all judges' scorecards until he gets knocked out with 11 seconds left in the fight.
The math doesn't add. I mean, it's like I'm missing something here. Like, are we missing something here?
That Gane's hype.
But even then, it's like, don't more people know Volkov? Wouldn't you think more money is coming in on Volkov in Vegas for the casual fan that doesn't watch either one of these guys?
You know what's crazy is I think Gane's kind of getting this like little push right now, and people are just pushing Volkov to the side without actually watching the fights. Dude, I'm telling you, I honestly believe this. Volkov is the hardest fight for Francis Ngannou. Anybody on the feet, he's a nightmare. The only person that's like that's an easy night out for him is Curtis Blades because Curtis Blades' wrestling's so good.
I mean, I'm picking Gane, but I'm telling you right now, I put money on Volkov.
I'm all over Volkov.
I'm picking Gane to win this fight, but as a gambler,
Ezekiel,
I cannot pass up plus 130.
Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the support. You're wrong, brother. You're wrong.
I can't pass up underdog money on Volkov. You can't. As
Volkov's
a degenerate gambler, how can you? This is sitting here teed up for you. It's like you're in a freaking Major League Baseball game and you have the ball teed up. Slow pitch. Yeah, you're Ken Griffey Jr. hitting a slow pitch softball in a Major League game. I just don't think Gaines has had the octagon experience to beat somebody of that caliber.
But
he has beat Rosenstruck. He beat Junior Dos Santos. Granted, he is kind of on the downslide, but he still beat him.
So, but let me hear you out. And I'm not saying, okay, you're right. If Gane wins, it's a great win. We're off to the races. Like, I'm all in on Gane, right? And I do like it. You know how much I like him.
Yeah.
I'm super impressed. I picked him against Rosenstruck. I think I picked him against JDS. I can't remember. But
you did.
I might have picked JDS. But you're right. All right, but beat Rosenstruck. Boring fight. Couldn't pull the trigger because he had to respect his striking. Are you telling me he's not going to respect Volkov striking? Because if he does it, he's going to get kicked in the face.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I'm all in with Volkov now, baby. Thanks, BG.
Oh,
no, but JDS, I mean, That was JDS's retirement fight with the UFC, essentially. Like, dude, you're gone.
Yeah.
He is past his prime and he's gone. He beat Tanner Boser. Here's the thing. Gane is so light on his feet. He moves a lot, but he's not super, like, he doesn't initiate the action. Good counter striker, but it's kind of hard to counter strike a dude that's 6'8" and he can teep you from halfway across the cage. I think they've done a good job with Gane bringing him up. He did good against Rosenstruck. But if he fights Volkov like he tried to fight Rosenstruck, he loses.
You think so?
He's going to have to be a little more aggressive and make some things happen in this fight. Because you can't stand on the outside and pick Volkov apart. He's too long. And he's too experienced. He's one of the few guys that probably is or more experienced than Gane in just stand-up striking.
Vegas is saying this fight goes the distance.
Then I love Volkov.
Man.
Thanks, Fiji. Fiji knows up.
I'm not disagreeing. I
know you're not. I know you're not. I don't see it. Like, I like Gane. And if Gane wins, like, holy smokes, him and Francis or him and Derek Lewis or whatever, like, it's going to be great. But, dude, Volkov's here. Exactly, Ezekiel. You forgot about his NBA. Like, he's
6'7".
ginormous. He's ginormous.
Gane actually has a reach advantage. He's got a 2-inch reach advantage over Volkov.
Okay, that's arms though. But the way that Volkov uses his legs and those teeps and those kicks, he stuffed Walt Harris with a teep kick to the solar plex.
Gane's a kickboxer though too.
I know.
Dude, it's so. I mean,
it's a great fight. It's a great fight.
I've already given you my pick. I'm picking Gane to win on the podcast, but I put money. I can't turn down plus money on Volkov. I just can't.
You're a wiener.
$10 pays you 13.
One and bet on the other.
$10 pays you 13. I can do whatever I want.
You're the same dysfunctional human being that probably fills out like 5 NCAA brackets and then you have Michigan winning in one, Duke winning one, North Carolina, Kansas, and Kentucky. Yeah. And then one of those teams win. You're like, see, had it the whole time.
Yeah, of course.
You and Stephen A. Smith should do a show. Frauds.
That would never happen. It's a great fight though. This really could freaking. I mean, you got to think that the winner gets the shot, right? He gets the next shot. You would think.
Dude, you know what sucks about the heavyweight division right now and the status that it's in? So they say Derek Lewis is next, but they still haven't officially announced it.
Yeah, they said it's not going to happen. Yeah, I just read the other day that they're thinking it's not going to come together now. Like, what are we waiting for?
Dana White is waiting for John Jones to smarten up.
And
poor Derek Lewis.
I'm over John Jones.
So I'm over it too, but
I don't want to hear anything about he's like, I'll fight when I want. I'll come back when I want. Nobody cares, dude. I could care less.
Missing you. Nobody's missing you, bro.
No, you're not relevant.
I'll watch Volkov 10 times and never be like, I wonder when John Jones is coming back. I want to watch dudes that want to fight. And that's the other thing that I really like. One thing I like about both these guys, Gane, super active. Volkov, this is his 4th fight in a year and a half, 18 months. I like the activity, Volkov. Gane's the same way. He's been active.
But is he next then, or do you give him like a
no? Okay, but here's
what if Gane wins in Stipe and Gane?
Oh my gosh! But that's the other thing. Stipe's like, I could beat Ngannou. Stipe's the GOAT. Stipe gets to jump as soon as Stipe wants a fight. He gets to jump right back to the front of the line and fight.
Well, he's number one. He's ranked number 1 right now. He's the number 1 contender.
So that's what I'm saying. So Stipe's not going to fight Gane. He's going to go, nope. It's like the old like WWF, like I'm validating my rematch clause. Like Stipe has the trump card, and I think Dana respects Stipe enough to give that to him.
I think he does too.
He's the GOAT. He's still the heavyweight GOAT. People are trying to just push him to the side because he lost to Francis Ngannou.
Come on.
You got to remember, 1-1, 1-1, fools. That's the trilogy fight.
Yeah.
That's the biggest trilogy fight to make right now. Sorry, Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier.
And then what do you do with Derek Lewis? Just
let him fight. He'll fight anybody. That's actually the fight I want to see is Gane.
I want to see Derek Lewis against the guy that tried to break in his car.
Okay, how about this? Ngannou beats Derek Lewis, and then you do Gane and Derek Lewis.
You could, yeah. I think if Gane beats Volkov, he's next.
Francis murders Gane.
Truly needs to happen. That you got to run the trilogy back. I agree
as
too.
Soon as Stipe is ready, he gets to jump to the front of the line.
Yeah, we do need that full video. I want to see what he did.
God. He's okay. That's my favorite now on all of his Instagram. He's okay.
Ooh, look at Big Fiji. Hey, we might see.
If that happens, though, greatest story of all time. Wins the trilogy against DC and Francis. Call Hollywood and write a movie, dude.
Write the script. Damn. So many good things. You got your fight coming up in a few weeks. What do you got? 5 weeks? Ooh, that's cool. This seems like it's going to come up quick. How you feeling?
I feel great. I'm ready. I would like it to be July 31st now.
So you can eat some food?
I'm eating fine.
Yeah.
I'll give you a shout out because every time I'm like, I wish I do. If there's any fighters like struggling with their weight loss and stuff, you should hit up Jason. He is certified in this now.
Yeah. I mean, I've only been doing nutrition for 9 years now.
He's a nutrition coach, and he's certified now. Give
it a couple weeks and wait till you guys see who I've been working with down at Wasatch and how much weight he's lost.
He's terrifying.
It's big boy.
Okay. DraftKings,
let's do it.
You got your notepad out?
Yep.
Okay, because this is binking. Bink it.
You can't use that word because the guy's been freaking
losing on his nerfies.
I've never met you in person, but I've seen your pictures, and I don't think you've been 145 since you probably were in like 6th grade. You're a big dude. He's a big dude. I don't think he's 145. Yes, he's huge. Look at his profile picture. His arms are as big as my head.
I'm not gonna say anything, dude. I'm fighting at 170. I haven't been 170 since I think I was 16, 17.
Okay. He's a big dude, man. But hey, you want to sacrifice a little muscle?
We get you there.
Anything is possible.
Jason, get you there.
We'll get you there.
Okay. So as we all know in DraftKings, I usually go 2 heavy favorites, 2 medium valued guys, and then 2 underdogs. This time we're going 3 dogs, 3 favorites. Mixing it up a little bit, but I love this lineup.
What do we got?
First, our cheapest guy, Ike Villanueva, $7,200.
Ike. I like Big Ike.
He's fighting in the correct weight class now. He's found his home, has a knockout in this weight class. If we could get another finish from him, that'd be a big cash. Next, $7,500. Drago. Alexander Volkov is only $7,500, folks.
Ooh, Volkov. That's a good one too.
Unless Gane finishes him early, and I don't think that he does, even if he doesn't get the decision, which I think he still wins, he will rack up points for us.
I don't hate it.
Next, our boy, Justin James. He's going in the DraftKings lineup. $7,600 against Charles Rosa.
I like it.
Justin James. Now we get to go heavy hitters. Rachmanov, $9,100. He's getting the finish in this, guys.
Yeah.
You want finishers with these big ones. He's getting the finish.
I like it.
Next, Orly Alves, $9,200. Another guy that's getting the finish. And last but not least, but my favorite, the Savage Monicano, $9,400. He is the most expensive guy to get on this one. And that fits into the budget perfectly, not a dollar left over.
I like it. I love it, actually. I'm going to lock that in now because I always forget.
Lock it in. I won't let you forget. I'll be with you tomorrow morning when the fight starts. I won't let you forget.
It's true. We're going to have to watch them on. We'll be in California by then.
Yeah, but we can just watch them on phone.
Leaving early in the morning. What else we got? Anything else? Oh, hey, if you guys are listening, if you're on the Steel Fist card for July 31st, you want to get on the podcast, reach out to Zack and I. Don't wait for us to reach out. We try and
reach out to people, and then the other one is we are going to have Jordan Smith come on the podcast. My coach, Jordan Smith, talk about his old days at training at Black House, Anderson Silva, Lyoto Machida, Big Little Nog, Showdown days, Bellator, all that good stuff. Has a win over Caro Parisian in Brazil. That's kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Gane would be easy.
Hey, I kind of hope he sees it. Get him on the podcast, man.
Hey,
appreciate it.
Does he speak English? He's French, right?
He speaks English. Yeah, he speaks English. Yeah, Gane speaks English. Yeah.
We good.
All right. Well, I got to go pick up some shirts.
And I got to pee again. So thanks for listening, folks.
Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see. Hey, pay attention tomorrow afternoon. We don't have a time set yet, but tomorrow afternoon we'll be live from Santa Monica, California. We out.